any kind of background in STEM.
Okay, great. Jason, let's just talk a little bit more about what programs you specifically offer at the NSU Cenla campus.
Absolutely. Well, Jennifer mentioned our nursing and allied health programs. Naturally, that's going to be the largest program that we are catering to here in the area. Years ago, when I served as the Workforce Investment Board Director for Rapides Parish, we worked with a entity to identify, and we still do, all of the top demand occupations, and still today, nursing and allied health is still there. That's not going away. And there was a little birdie that even told me, I think we've got our very own here, Stephen Maxwell. Your wife is actually attending or participating in our nursing program.
She is so excited. That's where she's at right now. It's kind of ironic. The reason I'm late is because of NSU Cenla. She's got to do clinicals, and I heard you are going to be here today. I had to razz you a little bit.
Well, we appreciate that, and we look forward to her being out at the campus and getting the student experience that's offered out there, and we really appreciate her being there.
It's literally her dream.
Absolutely.
She's so excited. And that's school too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been a busy, like I say, last week was on-call week for faculty and staff. This week was, of course, on Monday, the 18th, was the start of our classes. So it's been a little fast and furious, just getting the schedules in and getting new students acclimated to the facilities and the classrooms and such. But going back to your question real quick, like I say, nursing and allied health is the largest demand for the area. Manufacturing, of course, plays a role in there. Now that we do have the facilities at the airport to accommodate additional classes, we are reaching out and working with other department heads at Northwestern State to bring in either certificate programs, degree programs, whatever the case may be. And we have a very good rapport even now with the local business community, with our manufacturers and our local healthcare providers. So that's always a plus. One of the good things is that, we are part of the Cenla community. Our students, our faculty and staff, they reside here. We pay taxes here. They raise families here, support the daycares here.
That's right.
With the children that are dropped off. So it's just a neat thing to have a presence right here in Cenla, especially on the England Airport, being the beautiful, site and campus that it is. And, I say a lot of folks don't realize that Northwestern's had a presence out at the airport going, for 3 decades, back when the Learning Center for Rapides Parish was thriving, and you had multiple, training providers housed in that facility. So over the years, and in my 14 years now at Northwestern State, we've seen a lot of growth, a lot of activity, a lot of momentum. And we're just staying steadfast to build those programs and continue.
Do you have any idea, just kind of roughly, how many students you have out there right now?
We're maintaining. We run around 620 to 650 students each academic year.
Yeah.
And that's not including the students that we serve outside of our facility. We have a lot of online students that are in the area. Even the neighboring parishes, they actually utilize our services at the Cenla campus for their proctoring exams, for studying rooms and things of that nature. They do participate in our student-led activities. We have a Cenla campus council that coordinates those activities. We had, of course, this week was our welcome back week, and you do the donuts and things of that nature, and then we'll have a fall festival coming up when the fall weather decides to get here. Okay. So yes, it's just a collaboration of all of that together makes it happen.
It is super convenient too, because in the past, if they want to go to the NSU nursing program or whatever, you have to drive to Natchitoches, maybe Shreveport. You have them all the way down 49.
Absolutely, and that's another neat thing that Northwestern has invested, not just in the Cenla community, but we have an instructional site in Marksville. At the Tunica Biloxi Recreational Training Facility there. We have a location, as you probably already know, in Leesville. We also have presence out on the Fort Polk base. There's an education building out there, so we have a presence, of course, on the base as well. Our Shreveport location, like you mentioned. So those are all areas. We also have our Barksdale location up in Shreveport. Northwestern has a presence on that base. So that's one of the neat things, is that we are an extension of the main campus in Natchitoches, and with all of these instructional sites, it does offer that additional option for students who live in the area, want to stay in the area, And like you said, have families in the area. Some are working jobs. So it caters to that population of students that needs and wants that type of scenario for their education.
Outstanding. Well, we always appreciate you coming in to give us an update and keep us posted on things that are going on. If people need more information, how can they get it?
They can reach out to our NSU Cenla webpage. They can go there. They can call the office. Our office number there is 261-4000, option 1. We'll be glad to have anybody come out, take a tour, provide information, and go from there.
All right. That's Jason Parks. He's the executive director of the NSU Cenla campus. Jennifer DePriest, who is the director of the Region 6 LSTEM. Thank you both for being here today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for having us on.
Good to
Appreciate
see you.
it.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
More coming up.
KSYL.
Storms, tornadoes, power outages. It's the season, so get prepared. Get storm ready with Southern Air. Get a free estimate on a generator, the right generator for your home and family, plus 0% financing for 60 months with approved credit. Let Southern Air help you take the worry out of hurricane season. Take action now. Visit southernairnow.com and let us bear it. Or give us a call at 318-777-5555. Keep the lights on with Southern Air.
Got a big day ahead of you? Then it's best to fuel up with some of Cenla's best at Bricato's restaurant. Walk right in and just smell that home-style cooking. Place your order, take a seat, and do breakfast right till 9:30 this morning. Get fresh biscuits, eggs any way you like them, melt-in-your-mouth pancakes, grits, hash browns, sausage, bacon, even wraps and sandwiches. And don't forget their fresh brewed coffee. Bricato's restaurant, 28 West, right across from the Coliseum. Your breakfast is waiting for you.
Nothing to do?
Cenla's got you covered.
Mark your calendar. Thursday, August 21st is the Alexandria Ducks Unlimited Banquet with everyone's favorite Cajun chef, Stale Cracker, at the Randolph Riverfront Center. Tickets and tables available now.
Attention all well-behaved pets. You and your human friends are invited for the fall photo shoot with pets. Wednesday, August 27th from 9 till 1 at the library on Tioga High School Road in Ball. It's free.
If you're a Pokemon fan, make plans for the Rapides Parish Library's Creative Con on Saturday, August 30th from 9 till 1. Dress up for the cosplay contest, the fun games, vendors, and more. Details on Facebook at RPL Creative Con.
Fall Fest is full of family-friendly fun. It's coming to Coatill Lake and Boyce on Saturday, September the 6th. Enjoy live music, a kids zone, food vendors, arts and craft vendors. Load up the kids for a fun day at the lake.
Go have some fun.
Cenla Broadcasting.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL. Now back to Talk Back.
Hey, nice for you to join us today.
Hey, you need to click that link. I've been waiting on you.
You've been waiting on me. I see how this is.
Just kidding. Thank you.
Yeah, so got her dropped off. Everything's all okay, huh?
We're good. It's just, it's going to be every Friday, but I'll call in or have someone in there for you.
Friday or Thursday?
Today was the first day. It was Thursday. Fridays from now on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's no problem.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, I can carry it on my own.
I was about to say, you do a fine job.
I used to do a show way back when I first started in radio by myself.
Really?
So,
How many hours was it?
Some nights it was close to 2.5.
Interesting. Was it sports or talk?
Yeah, sports. So.
Oh, that's easy for you.
I know. Yeah, I could do that off the top of my head any day. No. News? Nah. Somewhat.
You could do it.
I've grown in that area. Hey, we got a call coming in. Let's go ahead and jump on that on the BOM Bank Talk Line. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Good morning.
Hey.
Could I give a plug to a restaurant that's not in Alex or Pineville?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Dry Prong, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
There's a restaurant there called Rue 22.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Rue 22.
Mm-hmm.
It's excellent. The kids that work there are just hustling all over the place. And what impressed me the most was cloth napkins and heavy silverware.
Yeah. You're not eating with plastic forks.
Anyway, thank you for letting me do that.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you for the call. So Route 22, for those who don't know, it's part of that whole kind of B22 fit complex that they have, which Benita Armour, who is an attorney in Dry Prong, bought that facility. It's the old, well, it was the Grand Parish High School, then it was the Grand Parish Junior High School. And then when they moved the junior high to where the new high school is with the new facility, she bought that, and she's done an incredible job of renovating everything, including the auditorium. They have the workout facility and what was the old gym. And then what was, I guess, basically the cafeteria area, she's converted into a restaurant.
Nice.
And the food is consistently good. The service is great. As you mentioned, she has a lot of kids from the community that work there. They learn how to work a job and that sort of thing. But the prices are really good too, especially in this day and age. So
I've had a bunch of messages that I should go out there and do a Discover Sin-Law there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get out there eventually.
Well, yeah, you've got, you've seen a little growth of things in Grand Parish because you have the Mel's Diner there in Bentley, which is kind of like, it looks like an old school diner that you would have from the 1950s. It's got a lot of Elvis memorabilia.
Nice.
Yeah. And really good burgers. Actually, a really good Philly cheesesteak too.
Really?
So
I like driving through Grand Parish,
Yeah.
I don't know if we want it to grow too much because that's kind of the charm. You want it to be nice, slow, and quiet.
That's true.
But,
you can come and visit. We just don't want you staying. Just kidding.
I'll say Route 22. I always think of Route 21.
Route 21.
It's the clothing store.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's where the name rings a bell.
They're pretty much all shut down.
Back in the old shopping mall days, where you actually had shopping malls.
I don't think you shopped there very much, if I had to guess. Unless you were like
maybe when I was younger.
I don't know. Were they around in the 70s, 80s?
I think they were around in the 80s. I seem to remember one at our. What was the one? Spencer Gifts. That was.
Spencer's still around.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was always kind of an interesting store.
We always liked going there when we were kids because we thought we were being scandalous. Is this like inappropriate stuff?
Yeah, that's true. I used to go, there was the mall that I used to go to in the Milwaukee area, South Side, was called Southridge. And they had a store that just sold sports stuff. It was Merle Harmon's Fanfare.
I used to love those stores. And they would not Merle Harmon, but
they would do like custom shirts too. Back in the day, they had like the prints and get what you wanted. So that was always cool.
I always spent a majority of my life in either like CD stores or sports memorabilia stores.
Oh, yeah.
There was one called Fans or something in Twin Falls, Idaho, when I visited my grandparents.
Yeah.
I barely talked to them. I loved them. I just stayed at Fans all day. I would just stay in there.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to look at all the stuff.
That's cool. But now, when's the last time you've been to the Alexandria Mall?
Last week.
Oh, really? Wow.
We went for, what was it? Honestly, we went to just let Sophia run around in air conditioning.
Yeah.
Besides going to a park.
Yeah, that's true. Don't they have like a little play area?
They do.
Too?
She enjoyed it. It was fun. And they have a cool place called Children's Exploration Oasis in the back.
Oh, really?
You pay a couple dollars and they get to play in this cool area for an hour.
Huh.
Super nice. Run by a local group or local person.
Didn't even know.
And they have Sin-Law Fun on the Go, just down from there. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously on the downturn, but all malls are in America for the most part.
Yeah.
When I go to any city, the malls are completely dead compared to how they used to be. Shreveport malls.
Yeah.
The boardwalk in Bossier City right there on the Red River. Dead. I mean, 5-6 years ago, it was bussin', as they would say, right?
Oh, yeah.
And when I went to Anaheim, California, right by Disney World, the outdoor mall there, dead.
All right. Well, we need to take a break. We'll come back with more.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Summertime in Sin-Law is here. Keep the fun sizzling while staying cool. Bounce into excitement at our indoor trampoline park and play centers. Cool off at local area arcades. Or immerse yourself in creativity at Downtown Art and Children's Museums. Beat the heat and savor the flavors at our local restaurants. Your taste buds will thank you. Strike up some fun. Hit the lanes for some cool bowling adventure. Want more cool ideas? Visit explorealexandriapineville.com. 2 cities, 1 epic summer.
The world once needed lots of paper made right here in central Louisiana. Now we're making a comeback with clean methanol. Beaver Lake Renewable Energy will turn Louisiana wood into fuel. creating hundreds of direct and indirect jobs and giving loggers a steady market again. It's not just a plant, it's a promise to our land, our people, and our future. Visit BeaverLakeRenewable.com and find out how we're putting Central Louisiana back on the map.
You too could have a beautiful smile in as little as 12 weeks. Exclusive to Today's Dental in Pineville, Virtual Align Clear Aligners, the fastest, most convenient, affordable way to straighten your teeth for people on the go. Plus, they're invisible. No one will know you're doing it. Experience the Virtual Align difference. Call Today's Dental at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. 448-4540.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Well, if that's the case, consider the Walker Law Firm flattered. Hi, I'm Greg Walker. Our free estate planning workshops have been helping people of Central Louisiana for years, and we're honored that other firms are now jumping on the bandwagon. The reason for this is simple. Estate planning and asset protection works. To learn more, join me Wednesday mornings at 8:30 for Talk Back on Estate Planning on KSYL Radio 970.
Close your eyes and feel the sun-drenched breeze of southern Spain. From whitewashed villages to golden beaches, this is where history meets passion. Moorish palaces, flamenco night, and unforgettable tapas. This small group, escorted by Annie and Christine in March 2026, will visit Seville, Cordoba, Granada, Marbella, and more. Join our spectacular Spain tour, beaming with culturally rich and local experiences. FreedomTravelLLC.com, your international travel architect.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
What is your next success story? At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can succeed again with more than 135 affordable online degrees and certificates to help you move your career forward. From cybersecurity and AI to healthcare and MBA, our programs help you build critical thinking, leadership, and communication skills that set you apart in today's job market. Apply now and save with no application fee through September 3rd. Visit umgc.edu to get started. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
All right, well, you can hear the music playing. That means this first hour has flown by quickly. But the good news is we have a whole other hour to go.
Lots of stuff to talk about.
And no guests, so we'll be talking with each other. See what kind of debate we get into this morning.
I'm not feeling very debatey.
All right, so yeah, we'll maybe talk a little bit more about the mayor's briefing yesterday and some of what came out of that, as well as other sundry stories.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenla Broadcasting.
AM 970, FM 104.9, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3, HD3, Alexandria.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Hurricane Erin is stirring up trouble along the East Coast as it churns out in the Atlantic. Massive waves are crashing on beaches from the Outer Banks to New England. Swimmers being told to stay away. Correspondent Rob Marciano is in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina.
Officials warn the dangerous rip currents can pull even the strongest swimmers out to sea. Tourists and residents have been evacuated in many parts of the Outer Banks.
I have a 3-story house, so if it got that high, I'd definitely be dead.
But 96-year-old Carol Dillon has never fled from a storm and is staying behind again.
A lot of storms, a lot of damage. I've seen the water in this building up to the window.
36 years after they killed their parents, the Menendez brothers are set to appear at parole hearings in Los Angeles that could pave the way for their freedom. Eric Menendez is scheduled to make his bid today, his brother Lyle tomorrow. Former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson.
They were both found guilty of life in prison without parole, but that was changed last year in a resentencing that made them eligible for parole. And the parole board has broad discretion in deciding whether to grant parole.
The LA District Attorney will be at the hearings arguing the brothers should not go free. Republicans in the Texas House have approved a new congressional map requested by President Trump, days after Democrats like Mihaela Plessa returned to the state.
Today, Governor Abbott sold our state capital to Donald Trump. And as a native Texan, it's a dark day in Texas history.
The Senate could vote as soon as today on those plans to add 5 Republican congressional seats. The U.S. and the EU have released details of a preliminary trade deal.
The draft agreement includes a 15% U.S. tariff on most European imports of pharmaceuticals, semiconductors, and lumber. Washington has also agreed to lower its 25% tariff on European-made cars as soon as the EU moves to eliminate its tariffs on American industrial products and provides greater market access for some American farm goods. But weeks, perhaps months of negotiations remain before any final agreement is inked. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
German prosecutors say a Ukrainian man suspected of helping coordinate the Nord Stream gas pipeline explosions 3 years ago has been arrested in the Italian beachfront town of Rimini. Damage from the blasts added to tensions over the war in Ukraine as European countries began weaning themselves off Russian oil. The pipelines were built to carry Russian fuel to Germany under the Baltic Sea. Dow futures down 183. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Colleen Crane. The Louisiana Highway Safety Commission says over the last 10 years, more pedestrians have been killed in motor vehicle crashes than passengers. In 2024, 161 pedestrians were killed on Louisiana roadways. That's nearly a 10% increase from the year before. Yesterday at LSU, State Police Captain Brian Lee issued a challenge for drivers.
I want to challenge the motorists to slow down. I want to challenge them to put the phones away. Expect to see pedestrians on the roadway, especially at night.
A multi-federal state and local agency initiative to reduce violent crime in the Baton Rouge area resulted in over 100 arrests. Governor Landry says the operation has been very successful over the last several months, but now is not the time to let up.
We will bring whatever resources necessary to this city and continue to work with our federal partners in order to stem the violence that's been going on for far too long.
LRN.
Put some fun in your future with Pleasure Pools. Right now, get a 16 by 32 in-ground pool for just $39,995. Financing available. Pleasure Pools has been building top-quality fiberglass, gunite, and vinyl pools across Louisiana and East Texas for over 30 years. Want more? Add a spa, waterfall, or custom feature, and we've got you covered for maintenance and remodeling too. Call 318-357-9000 or visit pleasurepoolsinc.com.
Another sunny and hot day today with afternoon high temperatures near 92 degrees, so quite a bit cooler overall temperature-wise. But that heat index still about 102 this afternoon. And we have a good chance of some afternoon showers. The thunderstorms, we're saying a 70% chance that could carry over to the early evening hours as well. Our Friday, though, looking good. Sunny skies, afternoon highs 91. Slight chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics. With 27 providers and 3 locations, someone can see you today.
It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
All right, welcome back. It's hour number 2 of Talkback here on KSYL. I'm Al Quartermont along with Stephen Maxwell, and our number 442-8255 on the BOM Bank talk line, and we will have open line for the rest of the show. A number of topics that we will be getting into, and of course we want to talk with you guys as well. And we have a call coming in this morning. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for taking my call. I'm always feeling debating.
I figured you would.
Yes, indeed. But before just what I was talking about, I don't know if y'all noticed in y'all news, the CBS news that came on just now I was listening to, they just flat out lied. They said that the Texas Senate is going to vote today to add 5 Republican districts. Well, that's a complete lie. They're voting to reshape their districts, and 3 of those 5 districts are going to be majority Hispanic, 1 majority Black. None of them look, if you look at the map, none of them look like the 6th district that we put in that cuts all the way across the state like a Zorro slash. You know, they're redoing their districts because their state constitution allows them to do that. And who knows who's going to win those votes? Now, They think that Republicans are going to win them, but just to say that they're voting to add 5 Republicans is a full-faced lie. And another failure of our local news affiliates, Newsmax aired a segment that NBC, the local affiliate in Washington, D.C. did this week. And they were interviewing people, not in the ritzy neighborhoods, but in the working class and the lower income neighborhoods. Just walking on the street, talking to people. And these people were so excited to be able to come out of their homes again, to be able to walk. Several of them were older. They were almost all minority. The last one was a woman, and she said, I just feel so relieved now. She said, I was afraid every time I left my house. And this is a woman about 40 years old. She was, fairly attractive, but, she was afraid to leave her house. And so, but our news affiliate, our NBC affiliate here, they never covered that story. That's from one of their own. So afraid to do anything that makes President Trump's actions look favorable. And that's just wrong. But in one of the, go on Facebook, I'm a member of 7 or 8 pages on Facebook, and I concentrate on the 2 or 3 that have the most people, the ones that have several thousand people in it. But one of the guys proposed, they were talking about the shopping malls, and that's what made me call. He had an excellent idea, and it's human innovation that makes life better. He said, with all these malls that are dying, I walked through our mall not too long ago just to see what was going on. And there's several places in there. There's a dance studio, like there's one for baseball, coaching, and like Stephen said, the little park thing. They said, why don't they turn these into assisted living facilities for the elderly? Where the baby boomers are overpopulating, the facilities that exist now. And he said it would make so much sense. They would be secure. The larger stores could be turned into living facilities with apartments. You could still have the drug stores in there. They could attract the stores that elderly people need. And they could turn the parking lots, break up the cement, and turn them into parks. And so the people could walk to get what they need. They wouldn't have to drive. And look, as somebody who drives as a profession, sometimes as people get older, their driving skills suffer. I just thought it was such a great idea. Not just a great idea, but it shows when you allow human innovation to apply itself to a problem, it becomes an opportunity. And so I just, as y'all were talking about that in the last segment, I was thinking about what he had said, and I hope they do more of that. I know they are making some constructive uses of our mall, but all that cement out there, they could break that up, and that's prime real estate.
That's true. That is true. So you know that I'm a journalist that has my sources, right? So my sources tell me that a certain UPS driver may be soon retiring.
Actually, tomorrow's my last day.
Oh, wow.
That's unbelievable. After what, 40 years?
43 years, 2 months, and about 8 odd days.
Wow.
Yeah.
What time did it happen tomorrow?
Well, UPS offered us a buyout. They had to make a concession. 20,000 people, so they want to age out 20,000. They want to get us out the door, and so they came up with it real fast. They came up in July and said you have 5 days to choose. Well, it just bought me 2 years of my life. I was planning on retiring in a couple of years anyway. And so I said yes. And they said, okay, we'll pick your date. Your date will be between August 31st and October 31st. So, well, okay, that's a pretty good window. I can start saying goodbye, to my customers and stuff. And then Saturday, I get this email, your day's the 31st of August. Well, the last week of August, I have a vacation. So this is my last week to work.
Wow.
And so tomorrow's my last day. Yeah.
Well,
I'm
congratulations.
excited about it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope to be able to do more things like normal people do. There's a party. My in-laws are having a party for their daughter that just graduated with a PhD. And, I'm going to be late to it because they start at 5. And I said, but I told them it's going to be the last party I'll ever be late to.
Wow.
And,
wow.
So thank y'all. But I appreciate
Congratulations.
it.
That's a nice thing to be able to do, to retire. Wish someone would buy me out.
Thank y'all. Have a great day.
I could learn to play pickleball.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Lots of time now for grandkids and pickleball. So congratulations, Dave, on that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Kind of weird. We don't have UPS Dave anymore.
He has more time to go eat at Cracker Barrel.
I love me some Cracker Barrel, my guy.
Did you see the big controversy yesterday?
Yeah. I wonder sometimes if these companies purposely do crappy things to get in the news. However, I don't think Cracker Barrel needs any publicity, though.
This is like the logo variety of New Coke.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I miss the old man leaning on the barrel,
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares? If they make the biscuits the same, I don't.
Well, they're not only changing the logo, apparently they're changing the look of the inside of it as well. I've seen people are posting pictures, and it just doesn't have like that same kind of country southern charm.
That millennial gray and white.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Sanitized. That's something I really miss about society. I don't know if it's just an American thing.
Yeah.
But everything is so bland, sanitized.
Like architecture.
There's no architecture. Like even like park benches.
Right.
Just little things. Street lamps.
Yeah. I know, like when I go back home to Milwaukee, and one of the things I still appreciate, having been raised Catholic, was just how gorgeous a lot of the churches were and still are. Like they have a cathedral church there that's just, they would never build something like that now.
I know, I hate it. Yeah.
Everything is so industrial.
It is.
Looking.
It's just, I don't know. There's just no more pride, it seems like.
Yeah.
Or maybe the design isn't just something I like anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe the trends just don't favor what I like. But.
So 47 years, Cracker Barrel has had that same logo with the guy leaning on the barrel. And now it's just
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah. Very generic. Very bland.
I wonder what their reasoning was. Did they say? I just didn't keep up with the...
It's as bland as Northern food.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. I don't know if their CEO is relatively new, but kind of seeing pictures of her, it kind of makes sense. So,
what do you think? It's like an anti-conservative thing or something?
I don't know. I saw the best video, though. It's this black guy. I can't play it because he's like filled with profanity, but he said, unless my Cracker Barrel looks like the Jim Crow South, I'm not going.
Wow. Yeah.
I was dying.
I'm curious what the reasoning was. Sometimes I think they do these things to get in the news, like the obvious, was it Levi's? No, American Eagle, with their whole jeans controversy. Remember that?
With Sydney Sweeney?
Yeah. They knew that would be the reaction.
Probably.
They absolutely did.
You think so?
Yeah. And they knew it would become a controversy, and the American Eagle stock went up.
Yeah, it soared, as a matter of fact.
Soared like an eagle.
Of course, all the conservative commentators like, this is what America is about.
Oh, my God. We just get so wrapped up in the dumbest stuff. Both sides.
But it's social media. It makes, it's just everyone's trying to get attention.
Yeah.
And that attention lasts for 24 hours maybe, and then it's on to the next thing.
It is. It's very hard to keep up with.
Yeah.
I just saw some, bits of Cracker Barrel controversy as I was scrolling yesterday, but I didn't really read it. I hate to say it, I could not care less. Or if Al's favorite term, I could care less.
No, I hate that term. He knows I hate that. It's a pet peeve of mine. Because when you say I could care less, it means you could care less. So what you're trying to say is you couldn't care less.
Well, maybe they're saying they care a lot when they say they could care less. Maybe you're just misinterpreting.
Maybe I am. Maybe that's what it is.
Anyway.
Cracker Barrel. What's your favorite Cracker Barrel food?
Oh, dude, a basket of biscuits and the Country Boy breakfast. I love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Love it. If they change the food, I will riot. That'll be upsetting for me.
Yeah.
But if they do, that's fine. I got Pop's Place.
Well,
that place is good now.
It is. Hopefully they have rocking chairs still outside.
Oh, Meemaw's chairs.
Yeah. And when you walk in, it's the smell of cinnamon candy in there.
It is. It's so good. Yeah. Mama's breakfast is good too. They had the pancakes on there, but I like a good sirloin.
I don't know that I've ever had anything that I didn't like.
No.
It's all home style type food.
Their lunch is good. I mean, that's how my grandma cooked, and that's how I like it. It's very good. Yeah. Whenever we were in Florida in Panama City, you think we go to the beach when we had time off. We just go to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
That was like our date.
That's awesome.
Just go to Cracker Barrel.
Hey, there could be worse dates.
It is fun. That was Sophia's first restaurant she ever went to.
Really?
5 weeks old.
Wow.
Panama City Cracker Barrel.
She wasn't eating any of the salad food at that point, though.
The salad food?
Solid.
Oh. No, not yet. She wasn't much of a milk baby. We kind of got over that at 5 months.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. But, that was the only Cracker Barrel, one of the few that was not on an interstate. The one in Panama City. Just the middle.
That's true. They're always usually right off the interstate.
Mm-hmm. Even inconveniently for city people who live there.
Up in
usually have it.
Up in Illinois, northern Illinois, they have a Cracker Barrel knockoff. It's the Machine Shed or something like that. But it's actually really good too. So there's one near Rockford if you guys are ever passing through.
There you go.
All right, let's go to the phones. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
We entered down to Cottonport, Louisiana yesterday for a French-speaking class with Wilbur Carmouche.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it was so wonderful. Wilbur got up to talk, and I asked him, what would happen if you sat on your hands? He said, no sound would come out. But 22 people in the Quilt Museum, it was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I could not believe it.
Wow.
And we meandered over to Bernice's Sandwich Shop, thanks to Stephen Maxwell, our window on the world.
I love that place.
Well, we knew Bernice and her husband, Huron, from Bunkie, and they passed away, but we know their children, so we called them, and I said, oh, my goodness, your mom's sandwich shop is going to go. She said, my brother sold it with the agreement that they would keep the name and keep the recipes. And, of course, we had to have the Fluke Burger, thanks to Stephen Maxwell.
Well, thanks for going. The family member still owns it. He's a young guy, probably younger than me, Tyler. And he just bought it from Dwayne. I know Dwayne from back in the day. And so, pretty cool.
Well, Stephen, what you're doing is really good because we would not go down 71. And we tried to go into Griffin Antique Shop, but there was so much traffic.
Really?
And Bunkie. Gibco bought up buildings and brought them back to life, and it was just so much fun. So we thank you, Stephen.
Well, thank you. And that Main Street is kind of burgeoning. It's nice and pretty, and I love me some of Walsh Parish.
I do too. We wanted the chicken salad at Griffin's, but we could not park.
I went there and got the BLT chicken salad sandwich. It's fantastic.
Wow.
On a croissant.
Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll go back and try again. Well, thank you so much, Stephen. It really is fun what you're doing. I watch for it every day.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay, dude.
Thank you,
Y'all
ma'am.
carry on.
All right, we will. Thank you so
J'aime
much.
le pois.
Yeah, there you. You know, I have in my classes this semester, I have 2 freshmen. I have back-to-back classes where I'm teaching what we call modern communication, and I had the one young lady first day, and then the next class called out the same last name. And I'm like, wait, I thought you were in my first class. She's like, oh, that's my twin sister.
Oh, wow.
So they're twins from New Orleans, and they went to a school that does like immersive French until they were like freshmen in high school. So they both speak completely fluent French.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why French.
I'm not sure. Maybe more the Creole. Is Creole French? Yeah, right.
Well, that's what Wilbur would say.
They look like
Harmage.
they could be Creole, I'm guessing.
Okay, because Wilbert said, don't call Avoyelles Parish people Cajun. It's French Creole.
French Creole. I thought there was another name for it that you were going to say, but we can't say on the radio.
Oh, yeah, you say that. I ain't going to say it.
What do you mean? They call themselves that?
Maybe we're thinking of something else.
Oh, okay.
Is it like a donkey?
No. Well, yeah.
Okay.
The second part of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they call people where I'm from, too.
And we had a young man, Justin, that worked for us at the TV station, who was on our production team, who was from Hesmer. And he definitely had that Avoyelles accent.
Oh, everybody does, man.
Every day he'd walk in the studio, he's like, hello there.
He sounded like Obi-Wan with a French accent. Hello there. Yeah. I think if you're down there enough, you just kind of pick up on it.
Yep.
It's like, it's very viral.
Yeah, because my grandfather's brother lived there after World War II. And when I met him, I'm like, he's got a weird accent.
Well, after Hurricane Laura, my parents were in Allen Parish. Their home was taken out for a while. So they lived for like 8 weeks with her best friend in Effie.
Okay.
And she has that accent. Everyone out there has that accent. My mom started like getting a mild one. What are you doing? You're from Southwest Louisiana.
That's hilarious.
Like, oh, sha.
Oh, I love Leanne. All right, more coming up.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
Timber and oil and gas built Central Louisiana. Advances in carbon capture and storage have come along to make Cenla a business leader once again. Now, groups outside Louisiana spreading lies and misinformation have convinced some friends and neighbors to oppose this game-changing industry. The truth? Carbon capture is safe and will provide hundreds of jobs and millions of dollars for schools and roads. Log on for facts at AmericanEnergySecurityProject.org.
Think your antivirus is enough? Think again. Your business firewall is the first and often only line of defense against cyber attacks. At Kinetics, we manage, monitor, and update your firewall 24/7, keeping threats out and your data protected. Don't leave your network exposed or your team scrambling. Let the experts handle it. Get your free assessment today at kinetics.solutions. That's kinetics.solutions. Kinetics, IT that works.
Life is good. You're home, relaxing with your family, when all of a sudden, a cockroach runs across your counter. It's time to call Pest Aid. Pest Aid Company is locally owned and operated and has been keeping Cenla homes and businesses pest-free for decades. So when the pests start running in your home, call Pest Aid Company for a treatment, or they'll sell you what you need to do it yourself. Make life good again with Pest Aid Company. Like them on Facebook.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
It's Talkback, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, Al, Steven back with you. So, we were talking about Cracker Barrel and food, and I saw this clip the other day. I thought I'd share it. The gentleman speaking, his name is Joe Salatin. Have you ever heard of this guy?
That sounds familiar.
He apparently calls himself the lunatic farmer. Okay. He's a Christian libertarian environmentalist capitalist.
Christian environmentalist libertarian capitalist. Okay.
So he was doing a session with the Heritage Foundation, and they asked him, like, how can we really bring back the agriculture industry? Because what you hear about is, like, young people aren't going into agriculture, right? Not a lot of people are.
Yeah.
So here were his thoughts. I thought they were pretty good. Take a listen.
How do we unstick farmers? We give a food emancipation proclamation so that farmers can sell to their neighbors without asking the government's permission. I have thousands and thousands of wannabe entrepreneurial small farmers who are ready to access their neighbors with chicken pot pie, charcuterie, raw milk, name it, kefir, butter, but they can't because it takes a $500,000 licensing compliance process with 10 bureaucrats hanging over their shoulders. That's the answer to urban food deserts. It's the answer to everything. It doesn't take a dime of taxpayer money, doesn't take a government agency. It only unleashes liberty and freedom in the food system. We have an enslaved food system that is shackled by a plethora of government agencies and bureaucracies keeping neighbors from being able to do business with each other. You shouldn't have to ask the government's permission to sell a bowl of tomato soup to your neighbor. That should not require a government position. The successional issue right now with aging farmers or aging out, young people coming in, the way that you bring young people in is creating entrepreneurial opportunities that they are creating. All we need is to unleash the power of entrepreneurial practitioners around the country to access their neighborhoods with food, and we will accomplish what Bernie Sanders is running around asking to stop the oligarchy, stop the oligarchy. Well, the way you stop it is not with a bigger bully government program. What we need is to unleash the American entrepreneurial spirit on our neighborhoods and let us interact in food transactions without asking the nanny state permission.
That's pretty good, I thought.
I just don't know enough about how can you not just go to your farmer stands and sell what you want? Does it take $500,000 to open a farmer stand?
In a lot of states, yeah, you have to be able to sell to your neighbors. But I mean, I know there are some states where
$500,000. I have to look at that.
You have to fact check it.
Yeah, just because a guy on the internet said it doesn't mean it's true. I'm not trying to be that guy.
Right? Is that right? I'm sure if you research it, you'll find that there are some states that are very restrictive with things like that. But a couple years ago on the show, we had on, okay, now I'm having one of the senior moments.
You're good.
Like the guy who owns the pizza place right here on Jackson Street.
Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
Gary Perkins.
Gary Perkins. He was talking about a program that they were doing with the business incubator at the time that teaches people how to take, I want to say it was just like 1 acre of property and turn it into basically like a farm property where you can produce revenue from. So that was, I just remember that interview. It was really interesting that more people are starting to do that kind of thing. Whether you sell like at your local farmer's market, or it is a growing trend around the country in some states where people are doing like direct from farmer purchases. So they'll get their meat from a local farmer, they'll get their milk from a local farmer, their chickens, their eggs. And a lot of this, like this happens in central Louisiana all the time. There are people who are, buying eggs from people, or sometimes
from the wholesaler, not from...
No, just like the local person. So they've got like a chicken coop or a few, and they put eggs out for sale.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm confused about is people do that now, and people still go to Walmart,
Yeah. But I think in some states, they probably don't allow you to do that, is what I'm probably hearing from him.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I don't think every state's going to let you sell raw milk. I'm of the variety of, if you sell raw milk, if you put the right labeling on it, that's the goal, though. Like it's a little bit more risky to drink, honestly, whether you like it or not. Like sushi's more risky to eat than a cooked steak. The numbers are there when it comes to pasteurized milk, but I don't want to go into that. I know how you feel.
You just have to look
Here's my thing. I don't drink cow's milk because it's for baby cows. I don't need it. I don't drink it at all. Why do you need milk, Al?
Strong bones and
I want you to get under the cow and just squirt the udder right there, see how real you are with the raw milk.
I probably would. You know what's funny is I drink raw milk every day, and we ran out the other day, and my wife bought a half gallon of regular milk. It tasted like chemicals to me. Like, it tasted so different.
Yeah, I believe in a world where if you want to drink raw milk, have at it, buddy. I don't care.
And they sell it at that little farm stand in Pineville.
They have it at Beans and Cream.
Yeah.
In Alexandria. I noticed that the other day. I don't care.
All right, we got some calls coming in, but we do need to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. Walmart's latest results are sending an optimistic signal that consumer spending power is holding up. The retailer raised its full-year sales guidance, and it expects stronger growth. Its latest quarterly sales beat estimates, but earnings missed. First time that's happened in 3 years. Walmart continues to gain ground, though, by attracting shoppers who are prioritizing value, and delivery and e-commerce are also fueling growth. The Chicago-based investment firm Thoma Bravo is buying Dayforce in a deal valued at just over $12 billion. Dayforce is an HR software provider. It's based in Minneapolis, and with this deal, it will become a private company. FanDuel is teaming up with the CME to offer bets on stocks, commodity prices, and even inflation starting later this year. Customers will be able to weigh in multiple times daily on a wide range of markets with simple yes or no positions for as little as $1. Stock futures point to a lower Wall Street open. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
Louisiana forests once fueled our economy. Your granddad logged these woods. So did your dad. And now, Beaver Lake Renewable Energy is keeping that legacy alive, turning thinnings and wood byproducts into clean fuel right here in Pineville. It means more jobs, stronger forests, and a future that honors where Central Louisiana came from. Be part of Louisiana's next chapter. Visit beaverlakerenewable.com and find out how we're putting Central Louisiana back on the map.
Storms, tornadoes, power outages. It's the season, so get prepared. Get storm ready with Southern Air. Get a free estimate on a generator, the right generator for your home and family, plus 0% financing for 60 months with approved credit. Let Southern Air help you take the worry out of hurricane season. Take action now. Visit southernairnow.com and let us bear it. Or give us a call at 318-777-5555. Keep the lights on with Southern Air.
Hey, y'all, fall festival season is kicking off with these upcoming events. August 21st through August 24th, the Baton Rouge Underground Film Festival. August 23rd through August 24th, Gaydon Duck Festival. August 23rd, Pop and Shop in downtown St. Francisville. Visit festivals.explorelouisiana.com and make your plans to laissez-les bon temps rouler.
Another sunny and hot day today with afternoon high temperatures near 92 degrees, so quite a bit cooler overall temperature-wise. But that heat index still about 102 this afternoon. And we have a good chance of some afternoon showers. The thunderstorms, we're saying a 70% chance that could carry over to the early evening hours as well. Our Friday, though, looking good. Sunny skies, afternoon highs 91. Slight chance of an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Grayson.
Talk back. To take part in the show, call 442-8255. That's 442-TALK.
All right, we're back. Our debate is continuing in the commercial break.
I don't know if it's a debate. Like, I'm agreeing with you. If you want to drink it, you drink the raw milk. I just don't like milk. I cook with it. I guess that's how I consume it. So,
a friend of mine wrote in saying that he actually went to one of Saladin's seminars. He says he's right on the money. All he's talking about is selling to your neighbor. And there's been a, quote, black market happening for many years. And honestly, the food is much better. So, yeah.
I think leftists and rightists would agree on that, honestly.
That's the funny thing is kind of the health movement really started more on the left, but now it's really been more fully embraced by the right.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of the... I don't even know if populist is the right term because that's just overused at this point. But the left populist and the right populist can actually agree on a lot of things.
A lot, you're right.
You know, they have different ideas on how much government should be involved with certain sectors of the economy or society, but they really are very similar. A lot of your Bernie Sanders could agree with a lot of MAGA, honestly, what they call those Justice Democrats.
In some areas, yeah. Probably not on economic, though.
Nope. Well, it depends.
Let's go to the phones. Good morning, you're on Talkback. Hello, good morning. Oh, lost that one. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Hey, good morning. Sorry to double dip, but can I talk about the farming thing?
Sure.
I did some research in this when I was looking to retire. I was wanting to set up my farm, and we have some acres. Yeah, that guy's exactly right. We enjoy where the government officials in this state kind of look the other way, but the laws are on the books, so they could shut down every little egg cart that you see. They could get it, not only stop us, but penalize us and maybe even put us in jail. And where the left and the right differ is leftists who want to take control. Man, our necks are strung out on this. Now they've become, in states where the government is more aggressive, they've become innovative. Like selling meat is you have to have the government come and inspect your place several times a year. There's all kinds of hoops to jump through. So what they'll do is you'll buy part of a cow. You'll say, okay, I want to buy 10% of that cow. And then when it comes time to slaughter the cow, now they're slaughtering, it's like you slaughtering your own cow, or they're doing it for you as a favor. They're doing everything they can to get out of out from under the thumb of people who have used these laws. Yes, it started out to protect people, but they found a way to use them to oppress people. And I'm with Stephen. If you want to drink raw milk, drink raw milk. He's right. The protein molecule in cow's milk is massive. And I have a stomach disorder, so for a long time, I had to drink goat's milk because that molecule is the same as breast milk. There's no market for human breast milk. So you're going to drink some kind of animal milk because it's so rich in protein and nutrients. But yeah, we have it's nice to live in Louisiana. That's one of our advantages. But I wish we would do what that guy said and just let people do what they want to do. Let's say when it gets to $1 million, then come in with all the government inspectors and make them jump through all the hoops. But until then, if it's neighbors selling to neighbors, yeah, let us live our lives and take the risk we want to take. Anyways, thanks, y'all. Have a great day.
Sure thing.
Milk is for babies. You don't need milk. If you want protein, eat some beef.
I definitely enjoy
Use the other part of the cow.
Okay. Steven just doesn't like milk. That's what it is. But
unless it's ice.
There's a stand. I'm not going to say where, but it's in the vicinity of where I live, where every day these people, they just put produce out, different vegetables, even eggs, and people just come by and they pick up what they want and then put the money in a box. It's not even managed. It's just.
Yeah, but y'all are always like, the government. Like, we've been doing this since I was a kid. Like, we just swapped vegetables. We just swapped food. And we would kill a deer
watermelon
and just hand them out to each other. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's the American way. All right, let's go to the phones. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
You need to ask Dave Grayson about the government problems with trying to get food for his restaurant when he had the restaurant.
Yeah.
He literally could not buy, let's say, tomatoes from a neighbor. He had to go through some sort of vegetable company.
Wow. And I'm sure the spirit of all that is you're trying to protect people from things like E. coli or other things that get on the food. I mean, look at even like the corporate giants. Remember McDonald's a year ago when they had the slivered onions issue? Wasn't that E. coli or something?
Yeah, it was something like that. But there are mechanisms in place to identify it quickly and to address the issue. I mean, I believe in regulation on my food to a certain extent. Yeah. That's what I believe. I don't think most of you out there really want this libertarian, anarchist, non-regulated food.
Well, the irony is that what it also has produced through the years is this industrialized food complex that's made us sicker and less healthy.
Yeah, it's large private corporations who buy off your politicians, left and right.
Yeah.
and they have a lot of sway. When private companies get too big, you get some problems for sure. You always say government, but they're the ones paying these politicians.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
How much Walmart money makes? How much money they get back on taxes every year? Amazon, how much they don't pay in taxes? I mean, they have a lot of sway in the world and how we consume things.
Yeah,
private business is too big. It's too much of a monopoly these days.
Right. It's not really a true free enterprise system. It's a system that the government picks the winners and losers.
We need more small businesses. I like the idea of, more communal ways of interacting with each other. We miss that in America. Communities. Barter. We can all barter on the side of 28 or something. We can come up with something.
You and I are going to have a raw milk drinking challenge one day. We'll see who can drink the most.
I mean, I'll drink it. I just never really thought about it. I don't know why it's this political hot button issue. I didn't know. So I've lived happily without it.
There's a farm in Texas where my wife sometimes will stop and they have chocolate raw milk. You would drink that. Trust me.
I don't know.
Good.
Maybe.
Okay, another break. More coming up.
KSYL.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx saved you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx users are compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
If Old Spice Deep Sea Super Hydration Body Wash were music, what would it sound like? Start with the deep sounds of Old Spice's ocean waves and kelp. Layer on the smooth, renewing moisture. You wouldn't hear any parabens or phthalates because Old Spice Deep Sea hasn't got any. But you would hear that vitamin B3 for healthier looking skin. So while your regular body wash sounds like this, Old Spice sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Attention all real estate agents, property owners, and lenders. When you or a client needs a real estate attorney, call the professionals at Thompson Law Firm. Whether the legal matter is basic or complex, the Thompson Law Firm can accurately guide you or your client to a successful outcome. That's why numerous industry professionals have trusted the Thompson Law Firm for years. They also handle estate planning, successions, and business law. Call them at 473-0052. I am a paid non-client attorney spokesperson.
With today's RM World Travel Minutes, I'm Mary Carey. Thanks for tuning in. I'm coming to you today from the beautiful ship Seabourn Quest. Robert and I have been cruising the inside passage of Alaska and British Columbia, and it's been a terrific cruise. We've been having a lot of fun getting to know show fans as part of our latest Let's Go America Tour Alaskan cruise. And one of the week's highlights that I can't stop talking about is Rudyard Bay. This is part of Misty Fjords National Monument. It's a stunning area, aptly named for the frequent misty conditions which only add to this dramatic landscape. There's been kayaking and Zodiac boat rides, which other than seaplanes are really the only way that you can explore this area up close. With dramatic granite rocky cliffs and diverse wildlife spotting, this is a must-see destination. Tune in Saturday, August 23rd from 10 a.m. to noon Eastern to hear all about our continued adventures when we broadcast the 2-hour weekend version of our national show live to our 600-plus weekly stations across the U.S. Robert and I look forward to sharing all of these adventures with you. So tune in this Saturday. Until then, happy travels.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL. Now back to Talk Back.
All right, we're back. Alan Stephen with you here on Talk Back. And joining us on the phone right now is State Representative Darrell Desautels. And we're going to talk about some things that he's working on. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Well, good morning. I'm doing well here in the Vols Parish. Doing well.
Life is always good in the parish.
It is.
That's right. That's right.
I know Stephen had reached out to you. Stephen, you want to pick it up?
Yeah, I saw your story on KLB about some reform with AT&T. Of course, we've been seeing some internet outages, phone outages across the area. I think we've had 3 to 4 since I've been here, just for 3 months. What are some things you would like to see and some concerns you have?
Yeah, so I've been working on this issue for 2 years. I've I've introduced the legislation for the last 2 years, and to try to put some transparency in how we excavate on our state right-of-ways and do some, and mapping of our utilities. And AT&T has fought me the whole way. They've lobbied. My colleagues, unbelievable how much they've lobbied to prevent me from creating some transparency here. So I'm not giving up. I'm going to introduce more legislation this year. But I think finally it's come to light, and my colleagues are starting to realize, hey, Representative Desautel knew what he was talking about. This is a serious issue. Whenever we have people excavating in our right-of-ways and cutting fiber lines that go to our 911 centers, to our cell towers, this disrupts our daily lives and could be very dangerous. We get people with emergency and can't get emergency help. So it's a pretty serious issue. And I think at the end of the day, AT&T is just used to being the monopoly, the big boy on the block, doing what they want to do. And now we have smaller carriers coming in, installing broadband, and they don't want to give up their territory. So they're fighting really hard to maintain that monopoly. But, look, we're past that. Those days are gone. And our society has changed, and the way we communicate has changed, and it's time that they get on board. They're just, like I said, it's kind of the big boy on the block, and they don't want to change.
So is it you wanted the infrastructure mapped out where they would have to let people know where it's at?
Absolutely. So, I had about $100 million of federal funds. It was not going to cost us taxpayer of Louisiana one red cent. And AT&T lobbied, and Cox lobbied so hard for me not to map this infrastructure. We basically lost the money. So think about that. They were like dead set against us knowing where our utilities are in our own state right-of-ways, which is absolutely ridiculous. These guys have to come to the table, and we got to be able to put some teeth in our law to make them, they're in our state right-of-way. This is public right-of-way that the public owns, and we should know where these utilities are to prevent these strikes and prevent these outages. It's common sense to me, but you know what? Not common sense doesn't prevail every time, but eventually it will.
What was the reaction? Was AT&T and the companies concerned about paying to get it done? Was it a money issue? What were they saying?
No, they're just trying to protect their monopoly. So they don't want their competition to know where their cables are.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this is strictly about money. This has nothing to do with anything else other than money. And to me, it's greed. But at the end of the day, the public will prevail, and we're going to get what we want. It's just going to take us a little more time.
So I don't know if you know each incident, but from these fiber cuts, are they from different companies? Are they construction crews? Is it from AT&T? Have you gotten any answers on that?
So AT&T's been very quiet, will not really respond to my request on exactly what happened. And that was part of my legislation is, hey, if you cut somebody's cable, we need to know why and how, and so we can understand what went on so we can prevent it from happening again, right? So they won't really disclose that, but from my understanding, it's other companies that were installing broadband in our communities, and either AT&T did not locate their utilities correctly, or the company, accidentally hit it. So at the end of the day, we don't really know. And then that's part of what I was trying to bring is some transparency in this whole process so we can understand it better and then fix it. So it's very frustrating. And what's going to happen, it's going to take something serious to happen. Someone's going to die. Someone's going to have a 911 issue and not be able to get help for people to wake up and say, you know what, enough's enough. We got to fix this.
Wow. So if you can't do it through the legislative process, does the Public Service Commission have any jurisdiction in this? Well,
that's one of the bills I ran. So no, the answer is no. The Postal Service Commission does not regulate any broadband. And at the end of the day, I think they should. You know, broadband, I believe, is a utility. I believe at the end of the day, you know, every citizen in Louisiana is dependent on broadband. I mean, we buy our groceries. We do everything on the internet. And I think it's a utility, and I think it needs to be treated as a utility, and we need to get the Postal Service Commission some authority to be able to regulate some of these companies. And I say regulate, just all we're asking them to do is be fair with the people who are paying them. So, you know, I think someone's going to have to watch them because they have proven that we can't trust just them, you know, out on their own.
What do you think the appetite is for the next legislative session on getting something like that passed?
You know, I think after some of these outages, all my Sin-Law colleagues have supported me 100%. So Sin-Law is not the problem. It's some of the other parts of the state. But Sin-Law has really, really supported me. And I think now it's coming to light and people are starting to understand they can't believe all the lobbyists in Baton Rouge that, you know, at the end of the day, they're lobbying for these big companies. And you know, you would have to be in it to understand. But, you know, I think they're starting to realize that they got the wool pull over their eyes.
It's kind of hard to do business for the people sometimes if there's a lot of private, large corporation dollars influencing politicians.
Money talks, especially in places like D.C. and Baton Rouge.
Absolutely. And look, you know, I came from the private business, you know, owned an internet company forever. I know this business, and I am pro-business. I am pro-small business. You know, I don't like government regulations. You know, I'm one of those guys. But at the end of the day, when you have some monopolies, when you have a monopoly in an area, you have to be able to regulate them. So it's kind of a fine line. I mean, you know, like I said, I'm pro-business, but at the end of the day, some of these businesses are just getting out of control, and we have to rein them in.
Well, we appreciate the effort you're putting in on this, and keep us posted on how things go.
Yes, sir. I sure will.
Last question. How do you feel about carbon capture? Just kidding. I'm not going to put you on the
spot. What's that?
He's going to get the candy wrapper.
So
the phone line was cut.
Well, hey, Stephen, I'm going to give you some directions to Vols Parish after we hang up, so you can come down here. We need your help.
Hey, okay, let's do it. I was just in Bunkie getting a Fluke burger a second ago.
I know, I'm just messing.
I'm gonna hit you up though. Don't worry. So.
All right, gentlemen.
Thank you, sir.
Good talking.
Appreciate that. That's State Representative Daryl Destel, representing District 28 of Voiles and St. Landry parishes. Back with more here on Talkback.
Talkback is sponsored by The Clinics with 27 providers and 3 locations. Someone can see you today. Stick around. More of Talkback is on the way.
The clinics welcome Dr. Noah Miller, family medicine physician, to our team. Dr. Miller from Vadrine, Louisiana, is now accepting new patients. Call today to schedule your appointment. The clinics offers a wide range of services, including primary care, family and chronic care, urgent and acute care with on-site lab and x-ray. Same-day appointments are available, and we accept most insurance and Medicare. Experience exceptional care at the clinics, 1587 North Bolton. Call 445-9823 or look us up online at theclinics.us.
All of us have that one friend who can just light up the room with a smile. And sadly, how many of us are just a little bit envious of that friend? Well, here's the good news. The folks over at Today's Dental in Pineville can deliver that beautiful beaming smile. Over the years, hundreds of hopeful patients have visited and been completely satisfied. They've made getting dental implants an amazingly simple, low-anxiety procedure, one that's affordable for anyone's budget. The staff at Today's Dental go out of their way to make you feel comfortable with calming in-office IV sedation that's administered by a highly skilled, certified nurse anesthetist. And their multiple finance options make the entire procedure truly affordable. Isn't it your turn to light up that room? Give Today's Dental a call at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Gauthier. That's 448-4540.
A message from Israel Air Conditioning and Heating.
Yeah, my mama, she told me to pick up and call Israel Air.
She told me Israel Air. She told me.
She said they'll come running with comfort beyond compare.
At a very fair price.
Because you know we're all about your comfort, got your comfort, no troubles. Call 442-6657. That's 442-6657. We're all about your comfort, got your comfort.
Now back to Talk Back, 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, last segment of the morning. We still have time for you, though. 442-8255 here on Talkback. Kind of going back to the whole regenerative farming and everything. It was interesting on our LCU website about a week ago. They published a story. This young couple, they're married, they're students at LCU. I've had both of them in my classes.
I saw that.
Yeah, Elijah and Kaylee Jones. They live up in Wynn Parish, and they essentially are homesteaders. They bought like an older house from, I think, one of his relatives. And when they bought it, had like no electricity, no plumbing. And they're just renovating it and living kind of off the land and roughing it. So it's interesting.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm open to all ideas in these, I guess farmer co-ops, whatever you want to call them. I mean, we've had that in other cities too, where you have these urban farms, and they do have them. I don't know how well they're utilized. It's just there's consumer habits that we have now, and we also have to live realistically. And that's something that could change.
Yeah.
That might be better for more rural areas for sure.
Yeah.
So, which is all great. I mean, you can choose your lifestyle. And there is this like burgeoning movement in the millennials, maybe some Gen Zers, where they're like, man, I just want to be a homesteader.
Yeah.
I want this family atmosphere.
Simple life.
A little bit of a simple life. And that's great and wonderful. And, I think we could see things start to change a little bit more. Your generation is the one that was buy, consume, nonstop, rat race.
The Xers, you think, or more the boomers?
It was Xers and boomers, I think. I mean, you know more than me. You're one of them, I guess. Yeah. But it's that, the 1980s success is how big your wallet is.
I feel like that was more boomers.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
because we were just behind that. So, I mean, I think in some cases, but I look back on like my friends and where they are now, and I think most people I know were more about quality of life.
And that's the one thing that concerns me with America is like we just don't have a culture anymore. We don't have anything except we're consumers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's just not much to us anymore.
Yep.
Like everything is based around brands.
It's been the dominating framing. And bigger is better.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
Yep. I hear you. All right, one more call this morning. Good morning, you're on Talkback.
Hey, you guys, how's it going? Hey, real quick, because
you always call with a minute left.
Oh, darn it. I know more than your average person about the telecom industry, and heck yes, the big guys are trying to protect themselves because they contract out everything. Okay, they don't do the work anymore. And I can tell you this, I worked for 5 huge telcos with my own business for 8 years, and I built out one of the biggest networks for 3G and 4G here in the Midwest. 400 cell sites my company delivered all the equipment for, okay? If you want these guys on their toes and you want transparency, I want the representative to know you go after their safety record, making sure their contractors hold the right insurance. You would not believe how much that cost me, but I did it because I want to protect my workers and the people that I was servicing. So this gives smaller telecom companies the ability to get in there and compete because it is a siloed, good old boy, grease your palm, who you know industry, and I'll explain it in detail one day when we got more time. But man, you guys are killing it with summer conversation. I just love it. I love it. I'll try to call in earlier and we'll talk about it. I'll have a long one. But and if you want to digest milk, just lay off sugar. One of the people can't digest milk is because they have so much sugar in their system. Sugar is the absolute culprit to so many things. But that's a call for another day.
Milk is for babies. It's for babies.
I agree. We're the only species that still drinks and consumes dairy after childhood.
Hey, you ever watch Game of Thrones? So it's like the 15-year-old still breastfeeding. That's pretty much what you're doing.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing.
The Israelites wanted a land flowing with milk and honey.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenla Broadcasting. AM 970, FM